What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. It is the last day of June, at least for this playthrough. Technically, it's not. It's the 29th, but we're as close as we're going to get, and also I have been searching frantically for a window in which it is not raining, because I need it to not be raining to do the last of the things I want to do for this month. Now, you might also notice, our house looks a little bigger, doesn't it? Why don't I head inside really quickly and show off what we got. So after I sold my turnips, I then spent another day working on some excess things. I think I got like another 90,000 bells, but yes, we got ourselves another room. Now, the room itself is not the reason I did this. The main reason I did this is because I am getting woefully cramped on my storage space. 231, it was out of 240, so that was going to be my limit, but now I at least have room for almost 90 more things, although I do need to clean out some stuff. Not that what we're getting right now is it's not too big of a deal, because obviously we're kind of limited in the things that we can get at the moment, but eventually that's going to become a problem, so that's the main reason I want to get house upgrades. But I think we're at least good for a few weeks, and the next payment is over 500,000. Okay, oh shoot, I need to keep my eye on that thing. Wait for it. Okay, let's see if I can get it to come after me. I'm probably going to miss this, but I will try my best. Oh, no, I missed it. Gosh, dang it. Well, that was my first attempt in the playthrough, and I missed my chance on a scorpion. Oh, dang it. Maybe we'll find another one later today. Gosh, dang it. Well, the good news is that those will only go after you if you're holding a net, and you also do get a little bit of Nook miles for getting bit for your troubles. So that's also nice, but dang it, I was really hoping to catch that thing, because I really would have liked to have it, especially because we're not going to have scorpions around, I think, for that much longer. Or maybe we just start with scorpions. I honestly can't remember. I always forget which, because it's either scorpions or tarantulas. You get each one for 6 months out of the year, and I forget which 6 months it happens for. But I'm obviously not going to spend too much time addressing all the changes. I've mostly just moved things around up here. I got Angus moved back to a spot that's a little bit more suitable for him. He was up here for like a day, and then I moved him back down while I rerouted the river. Speaking of the river, let's actually show its slightly new path now before we get to the nitty-gritty of today's episode, which is mainly just going to be catching things. Let's go over here. We do have a bridge in place, which I am almost ready for. And ooh, there's one of the insects I actually need right now. I'm just going to catch that and get that over with so that I don't have to worry about that. This is the main reason I didn't want it to be raining, is because these guys do not show up when it's raining outside. So I needed that. All right, cool. Now, let's see. So the river kind of goes all the way to where the three-way sort of connected. You can see I basically moved it a lot further over if you look at the map. It used to run right next to the museum. Now it's several squares over to the right. Tried to make it a little bit even. I think I'm probably going to end up taking that chunk out. My only problem with this chunk right here on the river is that if I take it out, this just kind of looks boringly flat the whole way down, and I don't know, I think I need to make some changes to make this just look a little bit more natural, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. This is really my only gripe, is this spot right here. But yeah, so today, the main focus of this episode is going to be getting the last of the Critterpedia that I need to finish out. We are after, well now, 1 insect, 1 fish, and 3 deep-sea creatures that we need to get before the month is over. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait several months for them to return. Also, yes, KK Slider is here, and he performs here every Saturday all the way up through the evening. I think he leaves at like midnight or something like that. It might be a little longer. But you can go to him and request songs. You can have him play whatever the heck he wants for you. And, I mean, you can just get new music added to your catalog. You can only get 1 new piece a day, unfortunately, but hey, it is something that you can get. So, the bug and the fish, let's talk about those first. So, at the very end of the last episode, I caught myself a char, which was completely by accident and totally just happened randomly, and was kind of a hilarious coincidence that I managed to catch one when that was the rarer of the 2 that I'm after. The other one that I'm after is called a cherry salmon, and it is caught under the exact same circumstances, with the exact same shadow size, and the exact same space, although it is, for some reason, been a little bit harder for me to find. So I'm going to head up here on the cliffs and see if I can find it. You notice I had a bunch of chopped down trees over there. That is for the insect that we are actually after, but not just that one. There's actually multiple insects that I am after that are caught under those circumstances, but one of them is leaving at the end of the month, so I would like to catch it. And luckily, it's pretty common, so we should be able to run into it soon enough. And freaking see, okay. Man, I am, like, lately, I have been the worst fisherman in the entire world. And I wonder if it's just, I mean, I know what the reason is. And hello there, man-faced stink bug. I know what the reason is and why I've been sucking so lately. Like, sometimes I just get, like, extremely, I don't know what it is. I get, like, ridiculously anxious for other external factors, other reasons that have nothing to do with a video game. And then it just makes it so I cannot remain steady. I cannot remain motionless at all when I do this. And so I really struggle to fish. And it's been driving me up a wall. So I'm going to really attempt to be as quiet as possible. Luckily, we only have one fish to catch. But I'm going to really attempt to be as quiet as possible when fishing for this cherry salmon and see if I can't bring it down. I might go in and out of buildings just to sort of reset the spawns here. But the deep sea creatures is going to be a little bit easier just because they spawn at such a regular rate. Let's go in here and let's talk to Rory real quick, just as an excuse to go inside and then go outside. Because yeah, I've been really struggling with that lately. But this is mainly what I want to do. Also, he looks sleepy. Relax, make yourself home. I mean, don't you want to go to bed? You look like you're all ready. I'm looking for a flyer. Wait, hold on. Sure. You know what? Here you go. I'll be able to get another one. So I'll just give that to you. All yours, buddy. They're all over the place at this time of day. They're not like, it's not like they're super rare. I just haven't been playing at nighttime very much in this playthrough. And that's going to change a lot, especially in July, because July is the golden month for various reasons. Although more so late July than early July. And that's just because of the way that rain is set up in this game. The rainy season in Japan is usually in summer. So basically May through June and into mid-July is when it's going to rain absolutely the most, and rain just gets in the way of so many things that you're trying to do. I think this shadow's a tiny bit too small, but I'm going to still try for it anyway. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Nope, that's a tilapia. Yeah, I think that's a size 3 shadow, and what we're looking for is a size 4. So one size below what the black bass is. I'll just catch another one of those just in case. I actually am wondering if I already did donate that to the museum or not, but we'll just make sure we have a backup. All right, sup, mesquite? All right, I'm going to head on over this way now, and I'm going to go back and check on my stumps and see if there's anything over there. I think there's like 4 or 5 bugs that can be found on the stumps. And if we just kind of glance them over, nothing. Wow, I am getting really unlucky with those. Goodness me. I wish there wasn't only one place I could check to get the cherry salmon, but unfortunately, I've destroyed the entire ecosystem up tops to make room for my house. So eventually, I'm gonna have to put something back up there at some point. But I think I'll be more comfortable with that once I have the money to start making bridges like it's nothing. And that's going to take a while to get to that point. I really need to just get a really large spike. I think I'm going to start incorporating my main save, my main profile that I use at home and for fun into this account, just so that I have access to different turnip prices. I'm not going to cheat and just be like, here's 2 million bells from my main account. That would be very disingenuous and very unfair, and I'm not about to go do that. Oh, I should also mention, earlier today, on the day that I'm recording this, I actually ran into a true finned fish for the first time in forever over by the pier. I should have been paying attention. I think that was actually a pretty rare bug right there. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I ran into a true finned fish, which would happen to be a great white shark, and caught that over by the pier. So that's pretty cool. Of course, it went straight to the museum. I didn't sell it for anything, but hey, that's pretty awesome. Okay, speaking of palm tree bugs, let's see if we can go into these a little bit more. Also, hi, Blair. What are you up to? Dude, just looking at those clouds, I wonder what the weather... No, don't say that it's going to rain again later. I just got it to stop the raining. Man, that was like 2 hours ago. All right, well, hopefully it doesn't start up again while we're doing this. If I can catch the bug that I'm after, then I'm okay with it. But everything else is just like, I hate it, man. I hate the freaking rain. It's so obnoxious at this time of year. So, palm tree bugs. Also, ooh. There's actually the one I need, and then there's also a new one. Let's see if I can get both. Okay, so this one right here is actually the rarer of the two, and can only be caught, I believe, at night. Yeah, and see, it's a lot more skittish than that, so I should have been swinging that a lot earlier. There we go. That was a better... This is the one I need right here, is the violin beetle. This can be caught at all times of the day, but it can only be found on stumps. That other one that I just blew it on is a little bit more rare, is not leaving at the end of the year, or the end of the month, thank goodness, but is a bit harder to find, and I really wish I hadn't have choked it on that, because that was... not good. Not good at all. But at least I got the bug that I'm after, so that's all said and done. I'm going to leave those stumps there for quite a while. The only problem with stumps is that they do negatively affect your island rating, so the sooner you can get rid of them, the better, but I do need to keep them at least until I catch every single bug that likes to hang out on stumps, so... So anyway, palm tree bugs. Palm tree bugs are the main reason that I'm excited for July to start. Palm tree bugs are exceedingly rare, exceedingly valuable, at least most of them. Not all of them. There are some that reside on palm trees that aren't rare at all, like the drone beetle that we have run into many times. That's just the green one. Ooh. We're going to also go after this too. But yeah, that green one that we see everywhere. They can go on palm trees just fine. Let's see if I can catch this guy. I think I may have overshot that. Yep. All right, let's try that again. And I am not worried about the balloon that is off in the distance. It can wait. I think this is just a sucker fish. Oh, no, it's a big one. Oh, it's another great white. Hey, well, at least you guys got to see me catch one on screen now, so that's pretty cool. I will be saving that for later. But yeah, palm tree bugs there are so many different kinds. And because they all have individual spawn rates, if you have a lot of palm trees, they're actually pretty easy to catch pretty frequently. This is not the easiest game to do it in, though. The game that I remember farming palm tree bugs in the most was actually Animal Crossing City Folk. You could get those guys constantly on trees. You could catch like 30 in the span of like a half hour. And they were all super valuable. That's pretty much how I paid off absolutely everything in that game. I just went ham on those sorts of bugs. Now, there are a couple that are available in June. The Goliath beetle, and then I can't remember the other one. There's another one. What is its name? Gosh, I actually don't remember. But I know the Goliath beetle is one of them. The Goliath beetle has the widest range of months that you can catch it in out of all of the palm tree bugs. But... other than that, there's like a whole bunch that start popping up in July, from like the Cyclamatus to the elephant beetle or the horned elephant beetle to there's like a giant stag, a rainbow stag, although a couple of the stags can also be found on normal trees too, just again, only at night. So bunch of rare ones that can be found under very different circumstances. But again, just walking around with a net, looking for them at night and avoiding scorpions as they try to hunt you down while you do so. So... yeah, bunch of them that we're going to want to go after, and in July, I should hopefully be able to rack up all sorts of cash by doing so. Okay, this balloon is going to be mine, and then I'm going to really try to focus on getting this cherry salmon so that we can go deep-sea fishing. I did not mean to do that, but that works out. This one also might be more money. There we go. Generally, the yellow balloon ones are, but not always. Oh, Starry Sands flooring. Okay, cool. I'll take that. I think that is a summer shell-based one, so that's cool. Oh, there's another new one. Okay, this one I think is less rare than the one we scared off, but it is still one that we don't have nonetheless. The blue one is the really rare one. What? How did that not frickin' register? Are you kidding me? Gosh dang it, I'm blowing it with these stump bugs right now. Ay. Okay, makeup attempt. Let's actually try to get this guy. I need to like remember the sweet spot on where you're supposed to be to catch these things. And this is going to apply to those really rare palm tree bugs as well, because those are extremely hard to come across. And they're very easy to scare away. So you really got to be careful about when you throw out your net at those things. So let's head on over this way. Actually, have I ever caught a moth before? I don't think I have. No, I have. Okay, I wasn't sure. Speaking of this thing right here, I should probably point out that, no, I did not invite this villager here. They just showed up on their own. This right here is Vivian's house, which I am actually laughing at this because Vivian was a character that I had on my island for a very long time. And I was just like, wow, I didn't expect this, especially because she is the snooty archetype, much like Blair is. Oh, Feathers, this place is a terrible mess. How embarrassing. I have a good excuse, my dear. I just moved here today, after all. Still, I hate for you to see it like this. Goodness, where are my manners? Your name is? So nice to meet you. My name is Vivian. Now, I don't mean to be rude, but let's continue this chat once I put everything in its proper place. And I think I'm just going to kind of let sleeping dogs, or I guess in this case, sleeping wolves, lie. Just for the time being. Again, we're going to be doing a lot of villager shifting over the course of this playthrough, so it's not going to be like a constant, and not everyone is going to be a permanent resident here. I'm thinking about like half of our current villagers right now are probably going to be permanent. But as for the rest, they're going to just kind of be shifting all over the place. And as much as I want to have a lot of variety, sometimes it just happens that way. I went from 2 lions to 2 wolves, and now the 2 wolves live right next to each other for some reason. So, I don't know, maybe that'll blossom into something beautiful. Or maybe, I don't know. Who really knows what's going to happen here? Okay, I've pretty much got... Okay, so I've got my bugs. I still need to get my cherry salmon. I know I'm going kind of slow right now, but we're gonna continue getting to work. I'm just gonna have to keep searching this area until I can find the shadow that I'm after. That looks promising. This could possibly be it. I can hardly tell the difference between a 3 and a 4. The only like 2 that are close to each other that I can really tell the difference on are 1 and 2 shadows, just because they're so different from each other. All right, is that the one? Yeah, there you are. Okay, we got our cherry salmon. We are good. Perfect. That's what I was looking for. All right, that didn't take too long. Now we get to go deep sea creature hunting, and this is the part that's going to be oof. Now, the chambered nautilus and the... Oh, what's the other one that I put down? The firefly squid. Those 2 should not be too hard to come across. It's the lobster that I'm more worried about because I've already done a whole lot of deep sea diving and I still haven't run into a lobster, and they're available all day long. It doesn't have to be nighttime whatsoever. So let me put on my leaf print suit. Let me take off my hat. And let's put on a snorkel mask. And let's get to this thing. All right, excuse me, Captain. I'm going diving. Probably should have taken my bag off, but whatever. It's not like I'm keeping anything in there anyway. All right, let's have a look around and let's see what we can find. Oh, this one's moving fast. Oh, this one's moving kind of fast. This one might be promising. Probably not a lobster, but hey, it's a new one. Cool. We got ourselves a slate pencil urchin. All right. So there's one. And again, I don't think I've really done any deep sea creature diving at night, so I'm hoping that I can run into a whole lot of things out here, because man, oh man, I'm really lacking. I'm really lacking at the moment, and I don't want to be missing anything before the month goes away. Getting everything in July, that's going to be the tough one. I'm not going to ignore that one. That one is probably just either seaweed or a sea anemone, and I'm not going to really mess with those. These are the ones I'm more interested in. Oh, whatever it was, I cut it off. Hey, that's a new one. I got myself a tiger prawn. All right. Cool. The more of these we can donate to the museum, the better. Oh, this one looks good. That's the kind I want. I also did already catch a scallop today. So, oh, come here. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, there's my chambered nautilus. Perfect. Okay, got it. All right, so next up is the firefly squid, hopefully. Those are always small shadows. But yeah, that lobster is all I'm worried about. Goodness me. All right. Is that a little guy? That is a little one. That's promising. It's sea grapes. It wasn't moving much, so I guess that makes sense. Firefly squid would have ran around a little bit more. Not much, though. But yeah, I already got the scallop today. I already got my gift from Pascal, who, even though I don't have a lot of the DIYs, just gave me a pearl, so that was kind of stupid, but whatever. What are you going to do? So if we get another scallop, he's not going to be showing up. There's another chambered nautilus. Not that I'm complaining, because these actually sell for a hefty price. So, well, I don't think it's that hefty. I think it's like 1,500 bells. But still, I feel like anything over 1,000 is usually worth savoring and selling. That tends to be my line. So speaking of that, let's talk about all those insects that I have on the beach, as well as this great white shark that's in my inventory, the Arapaima I caught earlier. What do you think I'm doing with those? I mean, we've been over this many times. If I don't have, if I have already donated to the museum. Oh, this is promising. This is the kind of bubble pattern I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, so see how fast this guy's moving? I literally cannot keep up with it at all. So what I have to do is I need to basically try to corner it until it's stuck against the wall. Come on. Oh, gosh dang it, I almost cut it off. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go around it. This is promising. This could absolutely be our lobster boy right here. It could actually be something even better, too. But I really want to catch it. Come on. Stay against. Don't try to get around me. Don't try to get around me. Nope, 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 nope. It's getting around me. Ah, gosh dang it. That's the problem is you can't stay under for too long or you have to resurface. You would think with the snorkel mask I could be able to breathe underwater longer. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, this has got to be something valuable here. Like, has to be. But I just need to cut it off. Gosh dang it, dude. I'm so bad at this. Usually what I do is I chase them all the way into the corner of the map, and at that point, they legitimately cannot get away. Like, they will just stop. They'll be like, well, I'm not going anywhere. You got me. And then you can have them. All right, let's try to go on the outside again. Come on, come on. I just got to make sure I say, yeah, there we go. Is that it? Yes! Beautiful. There's my lobster. Okay, that's what I was after. And now I actually still need to get the firefly squid, which I expected to catch sooner than that. So we'll just kind of do a lap around the island until we have it. Oh, my goodness. What was I even saying before that? I totally lost my train of thought because obviously that was much higher priority. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Bugs and fish. So I am holding on to all of my super valuable bugs and fish for a while because obviously if I've already donated it to the museum, I don't need to hang on to it for any other reason but to sell it. But to sell it at Nook's Cranny when they are that valuable would be a waste. So I'm making a little pile of insects over on the beach. That is for whenever Flick arrives. And whenever, and I'm also saving some fish, and that is for whenever the other character arrives, who we actually haven't met yet still. I did technically, quote-unquote, see him at one point on a day that I did not record, but he is, we're gonna have to run into him a little bit later, or possibly just wait until his special event comes up, because there is an event much like the Bug Off that he also hosts that comes a little bit later. In fact, if I remember correctly, there is one in July, so I think we should be fine in that regard. All right, Firefly Squid, where the heck are you? You can't be that rare. I think that one moved a little bit. Nope, it's just nothing but acorn barnacles. And that's the thing, too, is the Firefly Squid, I want to say, has a very similar shadow size to these guys. So it's kind of hard to tell, but I do need it to move around a little bit. There is another type of squid that's also caught at night, although I think it's more towards the winter months. That is also, yeah, that's exceedingly rare. Okay, this is a little promising. That could also just be another tiger prawn, though. No, that is a sea pineapple. Okay, cool. Wondering if I don't know if it is during this time of year, but I wonder if we'll run into it. It's also, it's kind of like the lobster, though. It's really skittish and really hard to track down. So you need to kind of corner it. Problem is I do not know the bubble pattern for the Firefly Squid because I have not gone after this thing regularly. I just know that shadow is a little bit too big. Oh, I'm probably not going to get this one before I have to resurface. Oh, yeah. Okay, so whatever this is, it's probably pretty good. Come on, come on. Come here, you. Not like super amazing, but hey, oh, there we go. It's another one of these. They sell for a bit. Now, unfortunately, there is no character that will buy deep sea creatures at double their value, like Flick or the other guy, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So you do just have to sell these at Nook's Cranny, but hey, they're still valuable. Oh, come on, please. Yeah, there we go. We got ourselves our Firefly Squid. That's what I was looking for. I knew it had to move around a little bit to confirm that it was going to actually be something valuable, but with that, I have checked off my entire list. That was everything that I was after for the month of June. And we can head on over to the museum and donate all this. Also, I'm going to for sure catch that Emperor over there. Are you kidding me? Let's definitely get this. Is it a little too far away? Nope, we got it. Cool. Let's add that to our pile as well, although this guy is going right over here. Now, hey, by the way, speaking of all this stuff, we should also talk about the crossbreeds I'm doing. Now, my roses and tulips, they are just struggling, man. I am not getting any progress out of them whatsoever. It's just luck. You never know what's going to happen with those, and unfortunately, I'm just having a really bad time with those. But up by my house, where I am working on, like, mums and, I'm trying to remember all of them. Mums and hyacinths and pansies and all those. Those are actually going really, really well right now. I've already got quite a few crossbreeds in the works, so I definitely want. In fact, I should probably point these out. We got our orange pansies are already on the way. We got some pink mums that are coming. I think I want to say I had another windflower one. Yep, pink windflowers are on the way as well. Whole bunch of them are actually coming out pretty darn well, and And then we already got blue hyacinths and pink hyacinths with more to come. So that's been pretty good. All right, a couple things I want to touch on here. Here are some gyroids. These are all gyroids, but let's talk about our bamboo trees. So bamboo trees are awesome because they literally work in perpetuity. Once a bamboo tree is fully grown, there will always be a dig spot next to it, and if you dig it up, you get yourself, look, a bamboo shoot. So there you can actually go and plant another one, and they obviously just multiply like this. I am probably going to plant a few more of these things, but not a ton because I don't want to take up more than the limited space that I already have. So I think I'll just plant these 3, and then I will call it. Now, these bamboo shoots are never, or these bamboo trees are never going to create more bamboo shoots again, so that is something to keep in mind. So you got to work with what you have right now. So let's just do this. We'll plant all 3 of them here. And then I'm going to basically just be using these bamboo trees to relocate them at different points. Eventually, none of the stuff that's here is going to be staying here. Like all these flowers, all of these shrubs, all of these bamboo trees, they will be going away eventually. So this is just temporary. All right, so here's our gyroids that this one right here, I believe I got from a fragment that was just sitting on my beach. But these were the 2 that we found over on that island where we ran into Brewster. So let's get these really quickly. And I'm going to actually place these guys out here so you guys can listen to them. Am I actually allowed to place them outside? Yes, I can. Okay, so you can actually listen to what they do. Here, turn on. Or is that off? There he is. He's springing. He's a spring away, so he's springing. This guy's going to blong. They're little musical guys. Aren't they so cute? Let's put another one. Scatteroid. Now, if you put any radio next to them, they will sync their musical motions and movements up to the song that is playing. So that's mainly something that you're going to want to do, obviously, in your house, but you can do it in other places if you so desire. Let me just put all of my stuff back on here really quickly. So back you go, and then let me put my glasses on because I can't see shit without these things. Okay, so let's head off to the museum. But yeah, that's pretty much all gyroids function as. They were a thing sorely actually that's a violin. I'll just scare that away. They were a thing sorely missed in Animal Crossing New Horizons when it first came out, and a lot of people really clamored for them. So in the later update, Nintendo finally added them, and now they're here. And I think people love them. I mean, they obviously wanted them. I never really found gyroids to be that compelling. Even in the older games, I kind of just sold them because I didn't really have a whole lot of use for them. And honestly, they can get pretty annoying when you have them in your house for a super long time. But I don't know. Some people love them. And some are obviously better than others. Some make more annoying noises than others. But let's head on into the museum. Let's get all this stuff donated. And then we're going to actually take a little detour while we're in here. All right, Blathers, let's talk. Might there be something with which I can assist you? How about I make a donation and you take all this stuff from me? So, ooh, my goodness, I got all sorts of things here. Look at all this. Okay, I'd say that pretty much covers all of our non-duplicates. Let's confirm. Several things indeed, Blathers. Bunch of deep-sea creatures. Got some fish. Got some bugs. All yours, buddy. And I will be selling the rest in due time. All right, let's head on up here and check it out because the Roost, open 24/7. Let's head on inside. And Angus is here. What you doing here, buddy? Hey, how's it going? Can't sleep either. My mind wouldn't decide whether or not it wanted to let me doze off, so I chose for it. Usually those cranky guys are up really late anyway, and then they sleep in really late. Thanks for passing that message on back on that remote island. You ever find yourself in need of a cup of coffee, just swing on by. Coffee's 200 bells. Care for a cup? Yes, please. Here you go. 1 cup of the house special. Drink up and enjoy. That's the stuff. I knew I could count on Brewster to create the perfect blend. Drink that really quickly, though. I would have sat and savored that for a while. Ooh, thank you very much. Cool. Well, we got ourselves some coffee. All the Roost really is vibes. You are just here to get yourself a drink, have a nice break from everything, and also you get some Nook Miles out of it sometimes when you do it, because it will become an optional thing here where you'll get the ×2 for it. So that's pretty awesome. I will happily take that. All right. I want to quickly point out one thing, however, though, which is this, the Amiibo phone. Hello, you have reached the Amiibo call center. You can use an Animal Crossing character's Amiibo to invite them to the roost. Would you like to invite someone now? I would not, because I don't have any of my, interesting special characters on hand, but this is actually a pretty interesting and useful feature, because you can use it to, well, one, you can run into other villagers here and have conversations with them, and they will usually appear on these seats directly behind me. You can just go sit there and talk to them, but you can also invite special characters like Sable and Mabel, like Isabelle, like Tom Nook, like Timmy and Tommy. They can all come down here and have a drink, although I believe Timmy and Tommy are not allowed to have coffee. I believe they just give them like juice or whatever, which I think is hilarious. And yeah, bring them. You can also bring in like different vendors like Red and Sahara and stuff like that. But you can also bring in characters that literally aren't even in the game anymore. Great example of that is Resetti, who was in previous Animal Crossing games, but is not in New Horizons in any other way. You can also bring in his brother. And then there's a couple of other ones too. Just anyone that has an amiibo attached to them. Mainly characters. I mean, this applies to New Horizons characters, but also New Leaf characters can be brought here to the roost, and you can actually have a conversation with them, which is awesome. Now, it does kind of bum me out that there are characters that are not in New Horizons when they have been such staples of the series for so long. But hey, what are you gonna do? All right. We're at 11,000 miles. This is, we're getting a lot of miles all of a sudden. Actually, I got another one too. What is my other one? It is Deep Dive. Okay, cool. I mean, I'll take that one as well, another 500. So speaking of Nook miles, I have been doing, oh my gosh, there's more. I have been doing the math on how many Nook miles I need to get all of the essential stuff within the Nook Stop kiosk, okay? So this is all of the reactions, all of the phone apps, all of the one-time DIY purchases. This even includes things like the fences and whatnot. And this is not including all of the many furniture items that can be gotten in the Nook Stop, the ones that sell for 1 to 3 to 5,000 bells a piece. And the total cost of all of the things that I am missing that I need to get that I would consider essentials is 52,600 bells, 52,600 miles for absolutely everything. That is a lot of miles, which means I am going to either have to show a lot of restraint and not spend any for a while, or I'm going to need to be purchasing them in 10,000 mile chunks. Now, there are some things that I have already gotten, mainly paths within the construction center. I've gotten a few fences already. And I think, there was obviously the recipes that I got as well in the last episode. But a myriad of things that I have already gotten, of course, but this is just for all the stuff that I'm still lacking. So let's go into here and take a look for a moment with what miles we have. So we have all of these right here, the reaction collection, all the hairstyles, the body paint costumes, the eye colors. We have all of these permits right here that we're definitely going to want to go after. I did already buy the rope fence, but I did not buy the green bamboo fence. I also have all of these DIYs as well, which is going to cost a lot. Now, I think I'm pretty okay with leaving the robot hero off for a very long time, because we're not going to be able to get that for a very long time. So I'll just kind of leave him here. That's 5,000 I don't have to worry about. But all the rest of these I do want, like every single one of them. So that's going to take some time. We also have to get every single one of these things and multiples of some of them just to sort of make our island look a little bit better. I mean, there's a bunch here. My goodness. I forgot how many they added with the 2.0 update. We're going to have to make ourselves a plaza at some point with a bunch of rides on it and whatnot. And I hate the colors, man. I hate the colors that I got, unfortunately, blessed with, quote unquote. Sometimes, okay, so you'll get very set colors for each of these furniture items, some of which can be changed, some of which can't be. Like, I don't think the parabolic antenna has a different color, or the park fountain, but I think like all the plaza items do. I want to say the volleyball net does, the windmill does. All of these do have different options. So the way to change these is with a character that is going to be over on Harv's Island. And you know what? I think the very next thing that I'm going to do is to get them to come here. So why don't we end this episode by heading off to Harv's Island? And for two reasons. One, to buy up that next shop with what money I do have, which is it's enough. It's enough. And I'll be selling all of these things in the morning anyway, so I'll be able to recoup a fair bit of money back anyway. So let's head on in. and head on over there. But let's also go and pay Red a visit, because I'm pretty sure Red is still open at this hour, and I would like to get myself a painting and or a statue. So I will see you all there in just a moment. Don't you like painting landscapes in a hand mirror? We are parked and proud. Keep a quacked wing back. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So off we go. Now let's just make sure that he's actually still open at this hour. And it looks like he is. Oh, and look, he's talking to him too. What's up? Well, hello there. I'm pleased to announce the opening of a new co-op in our happy little community. Please welcome Red and his collection of fine art. Oh, well, if it isn't my old friend Levi, we go way back. Now, to be completely honest, I don't like the idea of settling in one location. Sometimes a fella doesn't want to be found, you know? But for Harvey, I'm thrilled to set up my shop here. Now, Harvey, as we discussed before, I have sourced some artwork that I think even you will appreciate. What do you say? You ready to come check it out? Oh, gee, I thought we were just chatting, you know? Old Harv doesn't have the most bells right now, see? But you've gone to all the trouble. Of course, I'll come check it out, Red. And now you're free to come take a gander at old Red's wares anytime you like, Levi. Enjoy. All right, cool. So, we got lucky on the statue. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I actually want to say that... Don't get mad at me, YouTube. I think we'll be okay if that shows. It's art, okay? It's art. I think... Oh, gosh. I want to say both of these are fakes. Hold on, let me take a look at it. Well, if it isn't Levi, how you been? As I'm sure you can see, I deal in fine goods here. Nothing's finer than fine art, am I right? Of course, stock is always an issue when it comes to finery, so I got to limit you to one piece of art per day. But I tell you what, since we're family, practically cousins even, you're going to get the cousin's discount. That's not all. Let's say fine art's not your taste or budget, or you just feel like having a little fun. I'm offering you, my favorite cousin, the chance to win fabulous and rare prizes. I call it Red's Raffle. It's enough chit-chat. Let's get down to brass tacks. I got works by the great masters ready to ship. Give them a look and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so this one is definitely a fake, and I know why, because let's take a look at it. So this is the Jolly painting, quote-unquote. All right, let's take a look. Now, you can tell that this one is a fake because this character is supposed to have a little, how do I even describe this? Like, so see how the coat is made out of straw on the character's body? There's supposed to be like a little straw, like sapling jutting out of its chest up towards like northward up towards the top of the frame, basically. It's supposed to be down there in the bottom right corner, and there isn't one, so we're just going to move on from that one and say no. And I want to say this is a fake as well, but we'll take a look at it anyway, and I think I actually want to buy it because it's hilarious. So this is the Gallant statue, and you know what? Actually, maybe not. Maybe this actually is legit. Hold on. I thought that... No, okay, never mind. This is actually legit. Oh, sorry, the fake one has a book between his hip and his right arm for some reason, but this doesn't have that. I thought it was a completely different thing. Honestly, I thought it was supposed to have like something around its feet, but never mind. I was incorrect about that. Okay, cool. We'll take it. I'm not going to complain about that whatsoever. All right, so the main reason I came here is for this. Thank you for stopping to talk to me at this late hour. We are accepting donations to fund a talented husband and wife furniture refurbishing team, Bud. Our goal is 100,000 bells. We currently have some donations, and that's nice, too, because all these co-ops do get donations at a very standard pace. So I will help, and I will pay off the rest as well. So the longer I leave these out, the more that the money will be taken off for me, which is great, given that I'm also going to be... not heading here for multiple days at a time as we continue to skip ahead. But there we go. We're going to buy that one straight up. And let's talk about this raffle really quickly. Only 500 bells a ticket, and each ticket nets a prize. Yep, every ticket is a winner. What do you say? Now, almost everything that you're going to get from this raffle is not a super expensive item, but they are all very unique. So let's say I'm in. Excellent, wonderful. Now, if you please reach your hand into the box and pull yourself a ticket. Let's see what we get. What'll it be? What do you win? Let's find out. Number 17, in its prime, you've won yourself some canned grape juice. Enjoy. Cool, cool. Fine print. No refunds if you trip and spill that, but come back and try another if you do. You're on a roll. Care to keep going for another 500 bells? You can absolutely do this. You can get every single prize if you want. There are 30 in total, each of which is corresponds to a different number. So, for instance, pretty much everything from 16 to, I want to say, what is it? 23 is a drink. 24 on to 27 are all donuts. Ice cream cones are 5 up to 15. You get some fans if you pull 1 through 4. And then you also got a pocketbook, a pocket magazine, and a colorful light stick at 28, 29, and 30. So if I want to pull another one, let's see what we get this time. Pull the ticket. Let's see what we get. This one is number 7. Okay, so on this one, we're going to get some ice cream. Let's get a strawberry cone. And again, these are all just kind of little items. They're not like super amazing or anything, but they are, again, they're unique. I think you can get DIY recipes for some of these things, but otherwise, you're going to just have to get them from Red. Now, what you do is you can just kind of, you see how it's favorited in our menu. If I go, well, I guess I can't do it here on this island, can I? If you go into your favorites menu, you can actually hold the items and then mess around with them a little bit. What's up, Harriet? Take your time here. Oh, not going to say anything for me? Okay, well, fine then. I guess I'll just head off then. I think we're done here as it is. We're going to wait for that next co-op to spring up the next day. My next thing that I am going to be saving up for, though, is the bridge. I'm going to make sure that I get that next, and then I will work on the house after that, and then come back and work on some more co-ops because, yeah, we really need to get that bridge done, and I've barely done anything on it thus far, so... luckily, or hopefully, we'll have Flick and or the other guys show up here relatively soon. But I just wanted to get back here so I can show this off really quickly. Because I haven't much. There are a whole bunch of held items that you can use that just have little cute, kind of just aesthetic purposes to them. So like the grape juice. I can just kind of walk around and hold this. Walk up to Agnes. What's up, Agnes? Hey, I got some grape juice. Here, let me just take a sip. And notice, yeah, it actually fills up a little spot in your... so I can actually dig up some more things. So it's as if I ate an entire fruit. So if I wanted to go dig up a tree now, I absolutely could. And I can keep drinking this. Because, you know, nothing feels better than just sitting around and, well, having yourself a cup of grape juice while you're, I guess, a can of grape juice while enjoying a balmy summer evening. I mean, sometimes that's all this is, right? It's just chill. It's just relaxing. It's just therapeutic. I mean, that's what makes Animal Crossing its absolute best, in my opinion. Now, you get 3 out of that, so it's not a whole ton of sips, but it is still nice nonetheless. Now, I hope that Apple doesn't mind me sitting at her table for a moment while we just kind of enjoy the rest of the evening, but that's all you kind of need to get out of Animal Crossing at times, is just to turn it on, have a nice time, not really feel the pressure to do anything, just sit around, relax. That's I think what makes Animal Crossing such a special game for so many people is the feeling that it invokes, because in a lot of ways, it is just about vibes. That's all it is. It's aesthetic, it's vibes, it's being able to just walk around, enjoy the space that you're in, and have a good time. And you know what? For as much as I love New Horizons, in a lot of ways, I think this game actually does that the worst. And I know that's a crazy thing to say to a lot of people. Like, how could you say that? The vibes in Animal Crossing New Horizons are immaculate, and they are. However, I don't think I've ever... And you know, and a lot of this could just be because I'm older, and I played all the other Animal Crossing games when I was younger, but I don't think I've ever gotten a sense of just peace in New Horizons in much the same way that I have in the previous games. I mean... This game is a lot of busy work. It's a lot of doing things. It's a lot of tasks, and it was easy to run out of those things in previous games. And you might just say, "Well, that's because those games aren't as content rich," and that is true. I'm not gonna discount that fact at all. I'm not going to say any differently. Obviously, you can make the claim that the older games have less content, and you would, in a lot of ways, be factually correct. I think the only one you could make an argument for having more than New Horizons is New Leaf. But that's because those two games had very different goals in mind. But New Horizons in particular is just, it has so much going on, and it's so much that it asks of you as a player, and there's so much that it throws you. And I think New Leaf had the same problem, where there isn't a lot of just you time. There isn't a lot of just settle down and just enjoy life for what it is, or enjoy the Animal Crossing life for what it is, and just have a very relaxing time. And this is actually kind of why I was flip-flopping back and forth on this game and City Folk going into this Let's Play. Because I think City Folk actually does a tremendous job of that. And a lot of people don't like City Folk because it doesn't add a ton to the Animal Crossing formula. And in terms of, like, things you can do and different activities, certainly, it is actually that is probably the main reason it was they criticize it so much, is because it didn't add a ton of new activities from Wild World, a DS game from a couple years before that. And, you know, in a lot of ways, for a full-fledged console game, that's just unacceptable. But in terms of the number of things in it, the number of things you could go after, collect, the number of bugs and fish you could go after, the number of just basic Animal Crossing-esque things that you could do, City Folk has a lot going for it. And in a way, and at times like this, I kind of miss City Folk, you know? I kind of wish we were playing something like that. But New Horizons has so much more going on in it. It has so many things, so many wonderful things to do. And as we sort of send off this first month of Animal Crossing goodness, I just kind of wanted to say that I'm excited for a whole lot more, but at the same time, I hope you guys understand what this Let's Play is trying to be. This is basically just a journey across a year and a half, if not longer, through an island, seeing how it grows, seeing how it expands, and seeing all the many changes we can make along the way, as I basically just do another playthrough of this game. Now, I'm doing it in a very light manner, as much as I am trying to make sure that I stay on top of my duties and stay on top of taking care of everything in this game. There's only so much I can do, and I can't account for absolutely every single day on the calendar. So we will be missing things here and there. We will be losing our daily streak bonus on the Nook Stop a bunch. But I am still going to try to do as much as I can with this game over the course of the next, again, year and a half. And as we move into the coming months, things are going to be moving along a lot quicker. We've pretty much got everything in order the way that I want it to be, and now all that's left is to beautify our island, crossbreed flowers, make sure that everybody has a nice place to live. We want to spruce up everything from Nook's Cranny. We're pretty much done with the museum. We want to talk, get in good graces with the Able sisters. Make sure that the entire layout of the island is a lot more sensible, and also get a darn job. That's also something else we need to do, and we'll probably be doing that in a few episodes yet. But for now, that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. I hope you all enjoyed it very much, and I will see you all in the next one in the month of July.